Hello everyone, welcome back to MCFC Connect. This is the first video being recorded in this room. I hope everyone is well. I hope we're all doing good. And I hope you're excited for this video. As you can see by the title, City's defensive problems, and it's basically what it's about. And today we're going to be looking at some of the stats and why that might be, why we are conceding so many goals. And it's a bit concerning, but we're going to look at it, and we're going to look into, it's not going to be all bad, we're going to look into some good things about the team in the season so far. So, there are some stats. Now then, of course, my screen is to the right, so I do have to look to the right, but I'm going to be very much glancing and all that, so I can keep my eyes on the camera. But City's defensive problem, what is it? Like, what is changing us? What has really just eaten at us, what has lowered our defensive capabilities? There are some stats. They're not the greatest stats in the world. Goals conceded 9, that's almost 1 per game, which isn't great. 3 clean sheets, which again I prefer to have a bit better. With 77 shots against us, and 27 of them on target. That's a lot of chances, and whenever a team gets a shot on target, it usually is a good chance. Sometimes it's just a shot from a mile away or something like that, but sometimes it's a one-on-one like Adama Traore had against Edison that he missed. So 27 potential big chances missed. We've committed 9 fouls, which is about a foul per game, according to the stats I read, which isn't that bad. That could be worse. Now then, these are kind of the big ones I want to look at. When it comes to conceding first, we conceded 3 times. If my memory's right, that would be Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, I believe. But when it comes to conceding in the first half, we've actually conceded 6 goals. Arsenal, Fulham, Brentford, West Ham, Ipswich, most of our goals come from the first half, but then in the second half, that tends to change. We managed to actually hold our defence a bit better, and as you can see, we've only conceded 3 goals in the second half. I believe Fulham again, Newcastle, and then I believe Watford. I think those are the only teams we conceded to in the second half. And when it comes to the clean sheets, that would be Bratislava, Chelsea, and Inter Milan. So we've kept clean sheets to get some decent teams there, but we're conceding a lot of goals, a few at the Etihad as well. It's not even like we're away from home. Against Fulham, we conceded 2 goals. Arsenal, we conceded 2. Ipswich conceded 1. Brentford conceded in the first minute at the Etihad. To begin, I thought, how have we done that? But to be honest, Brentford just keep doing it and scoring goals in less than 2 minutes. I know they did fail to get another one in the first minute, but got it in the second minute instead recently. So, yeah, Fulham, Brentford are really incredible with what they're doing. I don't know what they are doing, but probably best for them to keep it up. But this isn't a Brentford video, this is City. Something is missing, and I don't know what it is. We didn't lose any defenders last season. We didn't lose Edison. We didn't lose Ortega. We've managed to keep the defence in decent nick. We didn't lose many players last season, to be honest. Julian Alvarez comes to mind. We lost Gomez, I guess, but Gomez hardly played a game. So there's Calvin Phillips. We didn't really lose any of our key defenders. Sure, we've picked up a couple of injuries. Nathan Ake. I believe someone picked up a knock at one point that kept them out for a smidge, but not much. But obviously there is the huge hole in not just our defence, but our team. There's Rodri. Rodri got injured. Bad one, he's out for the season. That's all we really need to know about that. And, if he played more games, maybe you could pin this on him. And to be honest, when you actually look at it, I believe in all the minutes he had, we didn't concede a goal whilst he was on the pitch. I believe he played the second half as Brentford, which we didn't concede in. the whole match was Inter, which we didn't concede in, and I think like 8 minutes against Arsenal, which we didn't concede in that time. It's pulling out strings when it comes to that stat. There is always last season where we were just a completely different side without Rodri, but we are still pulling up with results, which is the main thing. But look, the bottom line is we are failing to really keep the goals out. Clean sheets. I would have liked at least 5 clean sheets by now. We've played a few games at the Etihad, Brentford, Fulham. I would have liked to have kept a clean sheet along the way. Arsenal, I understand. Arsenal, top team. They're going to probably go all the way this season. Really push us to the end like they did last season and the season before that. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me in that regard. But yeah, it's just such a weird one, our defence. I can't really put my finger on it. We're taking on a lot of shots, and I don't know what it is. I'm not 100% sure. I can just say, oh, it's Kyle Walker. If you tune into me a lot, this season I've given a lot of criticism to Kyle Walker, and I've been very much an advocate of Rico Lewis to start. But I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. Rico Lewis has started the brunt of the games, and we're still conceding goals. But, someone might make the argument then to say, bring Kyle Walker back. But then I could say that he's at fault for 4 of our last 6 goals conceded. I think the Arsenal game, he's at fault for at least one of them. The Gabriel thing is definitely on him. The free kick is a weird situation, but bottom line is Martinelli says man. The Watford game, just a sloppy defensive error, gives Watford the ball and allows them to take a shot, and they get it. It's a good shot, to be fair, by the Watford player, but it still comes from a Kyle Walker error. And when it comes to Newcastle, which is the game after that, he kept with Gordon onside, who made his run, who got clipped by Edison, and who got his team a penalty. So, look, Walker, for me, is some part to play in all that, but even then, we are still conceding goals with Rico Lewis in the team and without Walker in it. So it's difficult to really put my finger on what the reason is. Is it Rodri? We have played most of the season without Rodri. But is it just something else entirely? I don't really know. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy it. It was only a short one, but, I do like making these short little videos, just something to talk about, Let me know your thoughts on it. It's a weird topic for City. I don't really often have too many complaints about our defence, but this season I really haven't been happy with the amount of goals we've been conceding first and in the first half. So, let me know your thoughts on it, because I want to hear them. Feel free to leave tons of comments down below. I'll definitely read them all. I'll definitely reply to most of them. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. We're pushing for 1,100, which would be huge. So big ups to everyone that's contributing towards that, and I will see you all in the next one.